I don't support this superpower or this one thing, but the meaning is there. It is the indirect meaning of this one thing. Then she says, see what I have here. And second witch says, show me, show me. And then first witch say again, here I have a pilot's thumb, red as homeward. He did come. Okay, दिखाती है कि you see I have a thumb. मेरे पास एक अंगूठा है. I have a thumb of a pilot whose ship red when he was coming home. एक जो जहाज है वो दुर्घटनाग्रस्त होता है वो जब वो घर की ओर आ रहा होता है, तो उसके पास वहाँ उसका जो कप्तान है, पायलट जो है, उसका अंगूठा वो लेके आता है. यू सी ही हाउ इट इज द हॉरिबल थिंग देयर कि वो अंगूठा, कटा हुआ अंगूठा स्टेज पर बताती है. एंड दिस टाइप ऑफ सीनरीज creates a melodramatic effect on the stage. The melancholic scenario, environment, melancholic theme is created using such incidents, such happenings on the stage. And then third which says, drum, Macbeth doth come. The drum has started to play. A voice of drum is there, so I think that the Macbeth is coming, and they were waiting to meet the Macbeth. See the next page. Then Banquo and Macbeth, after winning the battle and killing that MacDonald and winning over the Norwegian armies, they are returning to the camp which was held at near the battleground in the forest, and the King Duncan with his sons Malcolm and Donalbain and other attendants was there. And Banquo says, how far is called to forest? What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire, that look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on. Leave you. Are you aught? That many questions you seem to understand me. By each at once, her choppy finger laying upon her skinny lips. You should be woman, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so. And see, students, first Banquo addresses the witch. He sees the witch, but you see, he doesn't get affected much by them. If a person is generous by heart, meaning his ambitions are not overpowering the human milk, human kindness, human heart, then he is not affected. Banquo asks Macbeth, how far is called to forest? कि जंगल, ये जो जंगल का जो कैंप है, जंगल कितना दूर है, अपन कितना और चलना पड़ेगा. What are these so withered and so wild in their attire? And when he sees witches, he says, what are these? ये क्या है? So withered and so wild in their attire. I mean, these figures which are there in the air are so weird, so scary, and so wild in their attire, in their dressing, and in their appearance. And then they look, I have read this, dear students, so I will not repeat it again, and that look not like inhabitants of the earth. And he says that these figures, these beings are not of the earth. And then he asks them, Banquo addresses the witches, and you, yeah, aren't you? Leave you? And he asks them, are you living being? Are you old? That many men make questions. And he says, can I ask you questions like a man? And would you answer like a man? Then you seem to understand me. And then Banquo says, looking at the witches, witch को देख करके कहता है, I think, or it seems that you are understanding my questions, because the witches were also looking at them. Their attention was also towards the Macbeth, the general Macbeth, and Banquo. So Benko says that it seems that you are understanding my words, you are understanding my questions. But each at once her choppy finger laying upon her skinny lips, and he says that that fingers, choppy fingers mean that skin is that what we say, मतलब जो skin है that is like old women's, old ladies' skin, I mean very it appears that it is hanging or like that. So he says that their fingers are choppy fingers, and they were putting them on their skinny lips. वो जो हैं उनके होठों के ऊपर जैसे उन फिंगर्स को रख रखा हो. तो बेंको जो हैं वो कहता है कि इनके जो फिंगर्स हैं, चोपी फिंगर्स हैं, वो उन्होंने होठों के ऊपर रख रखी है. स्किनी होठ भी ऐसे बधे से होठ हैं, और उससे लग रहा है कि ये बात को समझ तो रही है. एंड देन ही सेज यू शुड बी विमन. बेंको कहता है कि निश्चित रूप से तुम महिलाएं होगी. एंड येट योर बियर्ड्स फॉरबिड मी टू इंटरप्रेट दैट यू आर सो. बट द बियर्ड्स, दाढ़ी जो हैं, that forbids him. That Benko, once he says that it appears that you are women as your attire shows. But then he says you can't be women because you have big beard. And in this way he says he describes the witches who Benko. And I haven't read anywhere the explanation of this thing, but I guess so that the witches who are putting his lips, putting their choppy fingers on their lips, it means they are indicating Benko. It may be there. It is literature we can interpret in our ways according to the text. So it might be there that they must be indicating Benko to be what we say shirt, or to be cool, or not to talk, because their ultimate goal, whom they can easily chase, or whom they can easily entice, that was Macbeth. So then Macbeth say, speak if you can, what are you? Now Macbeth interferes. He starts to ask them. So dear students, in every video I says that nowadays the questions, most of the exams have objective pattern. Be very attentive towards the text, towards the data, towards the facts, towards the name. With understanding, you must be aware of all these things. Then Macbeth says, speak if you can, what are you? Then first witch says, all hail Macbeth, all hail to the Thane of Glamis. It is welcome Macbeth, or like that mean